So you got yourself some fancy new mirrors for your Super Duty. Now you can't get the caps to stay on the new mirrors. Well, I'm better than Campbell's because I have a soup even for that. So while we're at it, we're going to go over replacing the marker light lenses. They're not going to come installed on your new mirror, and they may or may not be included with your new mirror. So we're going to go over getting those off, and then I'm going to show you a trick to get those caps to stay on. And it's not really a trick, it's a solid solution to keep them from falling off. A lot of these aftermarket mirrors, if you try and bend the clips, they're going to break, or the caps fall off when you shut your door, things like that. So we're going to cover both of these. So now starting off, it's easiest if you move the mirror all the way in, making this gap here. You don't have to, but it makes it easier. And then what you're going to do when you have that gap is you're going to see that little silver in there. Hopefully the camera's showing this. All we're going to do is be pushing straight on that silver. You can use a flathead screwdriver. I like to use plastic tools on plastic pieces. So it's going to push straight in on that, and that lens is going to pop right out. From there, you can replace your light bulbs and all that. To reinstall it, all you're doing is putting that piece of metal back in there. Clicks right back in. So that's all you do to swap those out. Now follow me into my office, and we will go over the mirror. Okay, so covering these mirror caps that keep falling off. You put them on, you hear it click, and then they just keep falling off every time you close your door and that. The two main things you need to be worried about are these clips on the outside. You have one on each side, and then you also have these two up here. These aren't really the biggest issue, and if you try to move these at all, you're going to break them. These have a little bit more flexibility in there. And then the mirror is also locked on by two clips down here. So you have 6 mounting points. These can break if you're rough with them. You really don't need to touch those either. What's going to hold this cap on is these two clips right here. So if you want to, you can very carefully try to flex up on these, or you can do the same thing to these that I'm going to show you down here. You just have to be a lot more careful with these because they are very, very brittle. So all we're going to do to get this cap to stay on is tuck something back behind this clip to pull it out so that it locks into the cap better. So if you look at your cap, you see, if you look on the underside, hopefully the camera can show this, you see that this mounting part here has a little hollow spot, a little drilled out spot, if you want to, I don't know what you want to describe that as, but this clip on the mirror clicks into this channel. So it's going to be a good solid mount point once we can get these bent out, for lack of a better term, to hook on. I really need an assistant for these videos, but here I can show you a little better. I don't know if the camera's going to focus real well, but you see this channel here that I'm talking about, that piece on the mirror clicks into. And here's what we're talking about right here. These right here. So all you're going to do is take a piece of cardboard, anything will work. Just take a piece of cardboard, fold it over 2 or 3 times, slide it right back behind there, and you see how it pulls out on that clip, and right there is all it needs to do is just sit that far in. Now when I put this cap on, these are going to click into the channels. There we go. These will now click into these channels, and it'll lock on there. I'm not going to do this to this mirror because this mirror is going back. It was defective. It lasted about a year. I'm getting it replaced. And once you put these caps on with this little improvement, they will not come back off. And there's no reason to get these back off. There's nothing, no maintenance items in here. So the only way you would ever need these caps back off is if you're putting them on a new mirror. So we can go ahead and do this and lock these on. Again, you can do the same thing with these upper clips, but they're extremely fragile. I would just let them be. When you lock these two main clips in here, that cap's not going anywhere, and it's on all the way. You're not going to have any gaps or anything. So, hopefully that helped you out and saved you some aggravation. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you got anything out of this at all. And this is such an easy job, it doesn't even get a beer rating. No alcohol involved.